Hey guys, welcome back to A Complicated Melody, and I have a twofold MAC video for you guys. I have some stuff from Art of the Eye collection and the infamous Riri Woo. So I will start with the Art of the Eye collection. This was just much larger. This collection was not available rather in every store. It was in select stores. It was online. It's still online. There's still some products available, and I ordered mine online because I knew ahead of time that my store wasn't going to get it, unfortunately, and so I just went ahead and ordered it. And like I said, these are still available, so there may be at some store near you or still online. The colors are bright and rich colors, bright colors, some jewel tone colors. So some of the products I already had in my stash, and some of the other products that were new and limited edition I picked up. Mainly the eyeshadows. I picked up 5 eyeshadows that were limited edition, and one is a very popular re-promote called Parrot that I will show you. And there were some chromographic pencils, some mascaras. There were some quads. The thing about the quads was that it didn't have 4 shadows that I just either didn't have already or know is a permanent that I could just get as a single. It just wasn't enough for me to purchase a full quad. So I'm going to show you all the goodies that I got. Let's start with the eyeshadows. The first one here is called Farasha, and this is what it looks like. It's a great, it's a very gorgeous orange, bright orange color, and it is a matte finish. So that is what it looks like. And this one swatches very well. Another color is called Gamila. This is bright pink color. I'm going to show you the names on this, and sometimes I don't show the names, but because these are spelled fancy. And it is a matte, and it's a gorgeous pink color. Unfortunately, it is a matte. This one is not super duper opaque, and it doesn't swatch as well. See? Doesn't swatch as well, so that was a little bit of a downside, but this is a finger swatch, and sometimes you know, it's a little better with a brush rather than a finger. You can kind of get better payoff sometimes, but that's the finger swatch of it. The next one is a very popular color called Parrot, and it's spelled like the bird, so I'm not going to show how it's spelled. And it's this gorgeous jewel toned bluish turquoise color. I don't know what collection it came out in previously, but I know it is a re-promote. It's been there before. It's been out before, but I didn't have it. So it's gorgeous. Look at that. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty color in that blue color. I really, really like that one. And then next there is a gorgeous green called Hajar Kareem, I believe. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous grassy green. And this one is also a Velux. It's a very gorgeous color. But it's like must be like a Velux matte. Not a Velux pearl, it's a Velux matte. It is a matte finish. So that looks like. This one doesn't swatch amazingly on the finger, but it's pretty okay. Not as bad as the pink. And then lastly, another Velux pearl. It's called Banaf Saji. And this is a gorgeous bluish purple. Another jewel toned one. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Really like this one as well. Here. So there you have the eyeshadows. The only one is the pink that doesn't swatch very opaque, and then the green. The other ones swatch very well. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors there. bright colors, great for summer as we approach. So we also have chromographic pencils. These are permanent but for pro. And if you're ever interested in a Mac Pro product, you can call the store. Actually, I believe you can call a pro store and order it over the phone and have it shipped to you. You just can't order Pro online. Well, can you order? Yeah, I do remember seeing something. You can't order Pro online now. I think you can actually order Pro products online without being a Pro member. You used to have to be a Pro member to get it. Or you can always walk into any Pro store and pick up any item in there. Yeah. So I know before there was some limitations on how you can pick up a Pro product, but I do remember that just a couple of months ago they announced that. So you can order Pro products online, but these are permanent Pro pencils products that you can get. The one that I picked up that I did not have before is called Landscape Green. There's also High Def Cyan, which I've had already, and Processed Magenta, which is a pink. So these are super soft, super vibrant, opaque as all get out. These are super soft, which means that a lot of times they can break, or some people have had issues with them kind of breaking very easily because they are super duper soft, but they are amazingly opaque and bright. As you can see, that high def cyan just jumps out at you, the pink, and I am in love with this green. I have some green liners, but honey, they don't pop like this. That is just amazing. So these are great pencils. They're just rich and creamy and bright and opaque, and so you might want to pick those up. Also, the Re-Promote of Feline, which is a kohl power pencil, and it's one of my favorite black pencils, and it comes out a lot of time. It comes out multiple times a year, I feel like. At least 2 I've seen on average. So I always try to pick one up every so often because it is such a gorgeous, rich black. I will say that I don't think it smudges, like it really smudges. So this is a good pencil if you want to smudge it out and kind of get that smudged out look on your eye. But I will say it does not dry to like waterproof, so it can smudge. I noticed that this one kind of smudges, and it doesn't dry like a prolonged wear pencil or something like that. So that's kind of the trade-off. It reminds me very much of like a Kajal pencil. It's just super, super rich, super opaque, very soft, so it's not going to tug on your eye, but it does not dry like you can. If you do like this, you might kind of get that smudginess that you get, but you can always set it. Obviously, you can always set your makeup. There are different ways. Then there is this Opulash Optum Black. I have it in the regular one. I can't remember when I picked this up. I picked this up a little while ago. And I have, and it also had a blue one. I forgot the name of it, but it was blue. But this is what the brush looks like. So it's a really good thickening mascara if you want like good thick. It's not a lengthening. It's more of a give you volume. And this one is in the Optimum Black, which is really nice dark black. And then lastly for this collection, another product that I already had is the Deep Dark Brunette Fluid Line Brow Gel. And this is basically just like the same formula as a brow gel. As a fluid line, but for the brows. Just because I think over time they noticed that a lot of makeup artists use the actual, there's one brown that a lot of people use for filling in brows, and it's just basically the same formula in a number of browns. And I don't know if this is permanent or not, but I do have it. They had a whole brow collection that came out a while ago, and I picked up a couple of products from that. So I have that, and it's just like it's like a fluid line. It dries, goes nowhere. And so if I need to really, really fill in my brows, I have that. And it's a nice kind of deep, dark brown that can fall right in between a super dark black or blackened brown and a lighter brown. So it's a good brown to have. So that is everything from Art of the Eye collection. If you have any questions about it, just let me know. And like I said, still available now. You can go ahead and log on to maccosmetics.com and you can pick it up. And I don't know if there's a listing of what stores have it, but you can always check with your store. So now the icing on the cake is this right here. That bright red lip, you know what that is. That is that Riri Woo that I got in the mail yesterday. I was one of those people who was sitting at my computer at I was checking it because I was like, one, I'm a pro member, and I was a little perturbed that it wasn't released early for pros. I was just like everybody else, and it was going on sale at 12 noon Eastern, which was 11 o'clock my time. So from 10 to 11, I was at my computer like, nope. And then bloop, it actually released on time, 10 minutes early, and I have to give it up to MAC because this, I know they knew it was just going to be huge. There was a lot of buzz about it, and I put my one, because you could only get one. I mean, obviously you could have just signed out, created a new account or whatever, and bought another one, which I think some people did, or some people I think maybe was able to add more than one to their cart. I just added the one. I didn't want to take any chances. Let me just get my one and put it in my cart. What I actually really liked is that instead of it just twirling and you not know what's going on, it had a interactive screen that just kept moving that said, don't refresh, don't move, don't go to the bathroom. It didn't say that, but basically it was like, don't touch anything. We are working. We're going to get it. And then it took maybe 2 minutes, but now mind you, like I said, it was one of the very first people probably to purchase it, obviously, because right as it was available, I was there to click and add it to my cart, and I was already signed in and everything, so all I had to do was add cart, check out, and so it added it to my cart. Probably took, like I said, about 2 minutes, and then it sent me to the checkout screen, and I already have an account and everything, so I just, paid for it and got on my merry way. Don't fret, it will at least be in stores. I did, of course, just order it online because I wanted to have it, and I like Rihanna. I love Rihanna, actually. I'm not even going to front and act like, I'm not a Rihanna stan. I don't know if I'm necessarily in the Navy, per se. But I am a fan of Rihanna's for who she is and what she does. And then I'm a fan of a classic red lip. I'm a fan of Ruby Woo, the original version of this lipstick that she kind of played off of. And I like to say she kind of remixed it for herself. And I'll tell you the differences, because the first thing somebody's going to say is, it looks just like Ruby Woo. Yes, that's kind of the point. That's why it's called Riri Woo. Duh. I didn't personally get a lot of people come at me kind of crazy and be like, I don't know why you bought it. It looks the same. I had like one comment, somebody retweeted my tweet like, it looks the same, or there was no difference or something like that. But when I swatched it, I kind of went ahead and took pictures and everything and put it on Instagram, just Melody. And so I swatched it on my lips, and then I swatched it on my hand, and I took pictures of it, and I did all the stuff for the blog post. And I did actually put the blog post up with just pictures yesterday. So if you go to complicatedmelody.com, you will see all the pictures of it and everything like that. But yes, it is very similar to Ruby Woo. But I thought people understood that was kind of the basis, because she loves Ruby Woo just like the most of us, and she wanted her kind of own version of it. Now, one thing that Riri Woo had, why is it so hard to say? Riri Woo, is that it has her signature Riri embossed in it. So there, you see that? It has her little signature with a little heart. It says a Riri on the thing, right? Okay. So that's one thing that it has that Ruby Woo does not. Two main noticeable differences for me is that it is one, slightly darker, just a tad. It's brighter, but it's just a little more richer. I think richer is a better way to explain it. It's just a bit richer. It just kind of gives you a little bit more oomph than the Ruby Woo. Secondly, it is not as drying as Ruby Woo. It is a new formula, and I'll be honest, I think Mac just made this up. It's called a retro matte. I don't know if they're going to be coming out with more colors in this, texture called retro matte, but it is a matte. Now, if you have Ruby Woo, then you know it is the most dry formula of a lipstick I have ever had in my entire life. But it is gorgeous, right? It's just a gorgeous classic blue toned red classic lipstick, which is gonna make your teeth look brighter and all those good things. So is it similar? Absolutely. But are there differences? Absolutely. I think if you are somebody like me, you guys watch me, you guys are into makeup, you kind of notice some of those nuances, and those are the two that I think stand out. And I actually think this version is slightly better than a Ruby Woo. But Ruby Woo's not going anywhere, so we always have it. And there's only going to be this one time, possibly, that we get the Riri Woo. If you already have Ruby Woo and you just are not, if you don't use it or you don't like it, Riri Woo might not be for you. But I have had conversations with people who got the Riri Woo and feel that it is slightly more, it looks better on their skin tone. And this is what I'm hearing for women of color. I actually know somebody who commented and said someone who, her daughter was lighter than her and it looked better on her daughter. So what I noticed is that for women of color particularly, Riri Woo seems slightly more yellow on deeper skin tones. On lighter skin tones, that blue tone completely stands out. But that's just how it seems to kind of lay against the skin tone. I am not an expert on this. This is just what I'm seeing just from pictures. It definitely comes off more blue toned on paler skin or lighter skin, and deeper women of color, it tends to pick up more yellow. And that's not actually a bad thing. It's still a blue toned red. But I have said, like I said, some people feel like Riri Woo just didn't work for them like Ruby Woo did. And some people feel like they like the Riri Woo better and the Ruby Woo did not work for them. I feel like Ruby Woo and this Riri Woo is not so different that if it works for you, it's just going to work for you. And sometimes it's just personal preference. As for me, I think it's just brighter and it just has a bit more of a punch to it, like a Rihanna. Just has a little more oomph to it. And that's just kind of what makes it a winner. Also, it's a little bit more comfortable to wear because it's just a slightly bit smoother texture and it's not as drying. It is matte, as you can see, very matte. But it just, sits on the lips just a bit better, and it definitely lasts a very, very long time. So if you didn't get it, just, hold on, be patient, be strong, and wait until June, and it'll be in stores, and you can pick it up at the stores. But like I said, if you're just kind of itching for it and you don't have it, there's some tons of great giveaways. Check Twitter, check YouTube, check Facebook. I'm pretty sure you can find some people. I just wouldn't suggest running to eBay and paying a whole lot of money for it because there's another chance for you to get it. So that's my spiel on the Riri Woo lipstick as well as Art of the Eye. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.